like your time.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the Service Rundown Podcast. I am your host, Christian_CFS, and we are on episode 70 in the building.
7-0. Let's go.
Shoot, I don't know nobody that's 70. I don't know an NFL jersey that somebody was famous with 70.
I don't know.
Make a difference.
Gotta be a lineman, though, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Was Zach Martin? Is Zach Martin 70?
Zach Martin might be 70. We'll take him. Yeah, he Hall of Fame, he all pro. So we'll take him.
Yep. We got the Zach Martin episode, everybody. But y'all let us know if Zach Martin did not wear 70. Just so you know, I'm not a Cowboys fan, so I really don't know.
I am not either.
But let's get into it. Here's your co-host, Mr. K Camp. How you doing, Mr. K Camp?
What up? Shalom Akim and Shalom Al-Kim to my bad people. May you learn to become good. May you get some peace in your life so you may become good, because we need good people in this world. We do. What's up, bro? How was your weekend?
It was good. Can't complain. Just watched college football all weekend.
Oh, I know. It's the first time that's happened, huh? I feel like I was easy for you.
Nah, I got the boys, man. The boys, they love football.
Real?
And Daddy, when can we play football? Just give it time, son. Just give it time. I was like, y'all ain't gonna be able to play until y'all get into high school.
High school? You can put them in flag though?
Yeah, they'll do flag and all that, but I don't want them doing contact yet until like high school.
Oh, yeah, I can understand that.
But shoot, they might not be playing football at all.
Why?
They can do flag. Well, you remember, like I told you, like my son, like he had a concussion. Yeah, he had a concussion probably about like a month and a half ago.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he had one, and then like I knew he ended up having.
You're now listening to the Service Gridiron Podcast. And now your hosts, Christian and Chris, powered by Service Fantasy Sports.
Once he ended up throwing up, and I was like, oh yeah, he definitely concussed.
And
I was like,
how old is he playing?
He's only 2.
Oh, how did he get one? Somebody dropped you off the bed or something?
Fell off a toy.
Was it high up, or you just hit the right spot?
I think it might have been the right spot.
Yeah.
But
that's
he
tough.
but you know how they say, like, but he pretty much like he had it for like a day, like the very next day he was like, all right, let's go do this now. I was like, okay, hold on first. What's your name? Let's go do the proper protocols.
Right.
But he doing this thing. Like,
good. Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
I know that's good. Yeah, man. Baby, they keep falling, keep hitting their head because they ain't know how to stop themselves yet. And yeah, usually like if he crying, he good. If he hit his head, he ain't crying. So
yeah, he had it for a day, and then next thing you know, there you go.
Okay.
But yeah, man, what about your weekend, man?
Mine was straight. Watched football on Sunday. Saturday, I have my son's indoor soccer game. He got a lot to work on because this is more competitive league.
Mm-hmm.
Like the other league, he was just dominating in. This one was different, buddy. You got to put that work in. That off time, that non-practice time, still putting that work in, because now you got to be able to dribble and go around somebody. being able to just do that.
so
Yeah, it ain't just you just kicking it straight.
He can't just kick it straight. And man, you better work on some of those daggone Pele moves
dribble.
and everything.
You think I don't get them? All these ass want to do, don't. All you want to do is watch some goddamn TV, Paw Patrol, and some BS, bro. No, I be getting on it. I be staying on him. Like, man, do you want to do this or not? Because I'll just stop. Like, I take my Saturdays back, my Sundays back. Hey, we have to do this. I'm like, why do it if you ain't gonna try to be great at it? Just wasting your time, wasting my time, your mama's time, wasting all our time.
Just so you know, everybody, Texas. That's all I can say.
I don't give a damn. He fired. I'll be on him, man. Why am I doing this? Do you want to play? Yes. Show me. I don't want to hear when I say, dude, give me 50 toe taps and you whining and crying. 50 toe tap.
That means everybody out there, when he was 1 year old, he was given 10 toe taps.
I ain't trying to hear it.
10 toe taps for every year
like,
you are.
You looking like you the weakest link out there. Not my son. We ain't gonna be the weakest link. We might be the best, but we ain't gonna be the weakest link. Hey, we gonna sit down. We gonna sit over there on the sidelines. There, we being the weakest link. We gonna sit down. Wow. Dude.
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
So yeah, that's how I'm with it, man. Show me you want to do this. But I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him in flag football though. I think next year. Next year we do flag football. Introduce basketball to him. So.
Well, that can help him with his dribbling though, like his cutting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. We're gonna get into the episode, man. So this week, everybody, we're gonna talk about injuries. Injuries insurance. What is it? I don't want to use any other. Yeah, Geico or. Now I was about to use somebody else, just call us like the fantasy doctor, but I was like, no, I can't say that because that's actually somebody's. Yeah. It's like I think somebody already like patent that and everything, maybe. But there ain't no fantasy insurance though. Like so we're gonna be y'all fantasy insurance. And what we're gonna be talking about this episode is strategy focused injury insurance, handcuffing your roster for playoff success. That's what the strategy focus is. Then the fantasy question of the week is going to end up being, who are the essential handcuffs for a playoff push? And then the last segment is buy, sell, and hold, handcuff, running backs, and key backups versus fading starters. And you already know we're going to do CGP News. And then we're going to get into that very special episode where we just had like a small little segment called Son of a, and you just fill in the word, son of a biscuit.
Biscuit, son of a gun.
Yep.
Son of a biscuit eating bulldog.
But yeah, man, we can go on and get into it, man. Strategy focus. You already know what we are talking about. Injuries, injury insurance, handcuffing your rosters for like playoff success. What are you thinking about like when you're going into the playoffs, like looking for like this key topic right here? What are some things that you're trying to do? Like, are you trying to trade for like a handcuff?
Well, you know me, I don't trade that much. But yeah, so no, I don't, because I feel like I think I build my team how it's supposed to perform. And so I might make a few tweaks here or there, maybe one trade, two trades, but it's really all I need. Ain't no big trades, ain't no trade, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't need to do that. I think I built my team from scratch. They should perform. But you asked me, going to the playoffs, what is the strategy? Go ahead, ask me again, my bad.
So going to the playoffs, what is the strategy that you would do just to get a handcuff? Like, are you accessing certain players' teams, seeing, let's say you got Christian McCaffrey. Are you going to go and try to get Jordan Mason as your handcuff, or are you going to try to get like Isaiah Garendo? Which one are you going for?
Is Jordan Mason still hurt?
I don't know.
So if Jordan Mason is not hurt, I'm going to try to go get Jordan Mason. I wouldn't pay much for him. I don't know what's going to happen next year with them. I think San Fran probably not gonna make the playoffs. I don't know what they're gonna do on what they want. I don't know what that means for CMC next year. But yeah, I'm looking at teams who are not making the playoffs. Who typically teams not making the playoffs, they're trying to sell off their assets. They're trying to sell them off now. If your trade deadline has not happened, it's got to become within the next week or two. Look at those teams, those bottom teams that want to trade assets. Hopefully, you still have some assets. Hopefully, you got some second and third round draft picks. If you like me, I don't like trading no first round pick. The people who's traded, they try to play on you, on your what's wrong to say? They try to play on you being desperate. Never coming to a negotiation table desperate. Don't be desperate. Hey, I don't be trying to give up my first round picks. That's just me. But I'm looking at that. I'm looking at the starters in the league now who are prone to being injured. Like he said, CMC. He obviously has an injury history, so maybe you want to go get Jordan Mason. I'm trying to think. Who else?
What about Jonathan Taylor? Jonathan Taylor.
Who's behind Jonathan Taylor? Who's behind? I don't even know who's behind JT.
You got either Trey Mason or you have what's that? Tyler Goodson. I think it's Tyler Goodson. One of them two. Most likely, probably one who you would want to go for Tyler Goodson, I think, instead of Trey Mason. Only because even though Trey Mason is technically the second up on the depth chart, I think, but I think Tyler Goodson or Gatson or whatever his last name is, probably on.
Yeah, maybe you want to go get an Audrey Estimate. I know he didn't really do anything yesterday. I'm not sure what's going on with the Broncos backfield, but the week before that, he had a pretty good showing the week before that. So maybe you want to go try to get an Audrey Estimate, maybe pick a second round pick. Even I see Cam Akers, he had 10 carries yesterday. Aaron Jones had 15, but they're kind of like I would say a split backfield, but it's probably 60-40 backfield with the Vikings. Getting him in because Aaron Jones, he's been in and out the lineup. He stay hurt. Go ahead.
No, that's what I was about to say. Like he just went out the lineup like not too long ago.
He stay hurt. So yeah, you're trying to look at those teams who, like you said, the starter running back. First of all, they're kind of in a committee, maybe a 60-40 split, 70-30 split. And then you're trying to go get those running backs that you don't have to pay a high premium price for a first round pick for them. Yeah, trying to get those players. I thought it was somebody that was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Somebody, the Tampa Bay, or is it the Vegas Raiders?
Well,
Jacoby.
You got Alexander Madison for the Raiders and everything.
Jim Wright, Trey Tucker, Amir Abdullah. I was thinking in Zamir and Madison hurt or something like that. They didn't do nothing yesterday. I'm looking at why I think Amir Abdullah had a good game. Okay, maybe I'm wrong then. They did terrible. They tanking for sure, aren't they?
Hey man, they doing something.
Because they definitely ain't trying to win no games.
Nope. But one guy who I'm probably thinking about too is I'm actually thinking about Trey Benson because like he's a rookie for the Cardinals. And then we know James Conner, he is injury prone, but he has been healthy for the past couple of years. Yeah, but I'm just saying that if he was to go down, then Trey Benson is just going to be thrusted into that role. And then we already know what we said about rookies. They got the first 8 weeks to understand their actual role. And then by the time after the 8 weeks, they're not rookies anymore. They're actually vets. So I can see him, and he's fresh too. So, and they have like a week schedule coming up too. They got Seattle twice, and I forgot who else they put. Seattle and then Minnesota. So Seattle, Minnesota, then Seattle for like the last game of the season.
I mean, if you bank it on what's the other rookie from Miami? If you bank it on Raheem Morrison, he was out. He came back in, but he had a hip. You're just waiting on Devon A-Chain. Is he gonna stay? He's been out there all season. Is he gonna stay that way, or he gonna get nicked up?
Well, he was actually hurt like at the beginning of the season.
A-Chain? Was it?
Yep.
Okay.
I was trying to get him up for the low. I almost got him too.
I almost got him. He held on.
Yeah.
He was smart. He held.
Yeah. But yeah, that's just something right there that everybody can look forward to for like strategy focus and like the injury insurance. We're gonna get even more in depth for pretty much like the next fantasy question of the week is who are the essential handcuffs for like a playoff push. So this is the teams that we're actually going to look for that actually have great playoff schedules, and who are some handcuffs that we are actually looking into trying to get, and what are some options that we might give up just to get them. So some of the people, like I said before, like prime example, there's a lot of good schedules coming up, but I don't think I can't even trust. So like what I said before, James Conner, I think he has like the last 6 weeks of the season, he has like a great schedule. Like I'm meaning like a phenomenal schedule. So he had Seattle, then he had like Minnesota, but then he plays Seattle again up in week 14. And then his playoff schedule is he has the Patriots, he has the Panthers in week 16, and then in week 17 he has the Los Angeles Rams. So championship week is where it's going to get dicey, but just imagine now, like what we say, we're not trying to pray for no injuries, but if he was to go down, you having Trey Benson in there and you giving up like a second round pick or maybe even a third, like I would not give up a first for him because he's a rookie. But then most people ain't they want to keep their rookies off gate. Like they don't want to give them up because they see some type of potential. But that's something that you could probably slip in with getting Trey Benson, something similar to that. There is a backfield that you did talk about versus the Las Vegas Raiders, but you do not know what they are doing. So they end up going up against Atlanta, Jacksonville, and then New Orleans. So it's kind of tough at first, but then it gets kind of easy towards like championship week. But it's the Raiders. You don't know if the team's going to explode or if they're just going to, by week 17, are they really trying to win games or are they just trying to pad stats?
Right. I think another guy you can go. I think I feel like Tony Pollard. And I don't think he would cost you that much.
Okay.
Like he's doing all right, but not good enough to where like, okay, I need a first round pick for him. And I feel like he has a favorable schedule. They play the Texans next week, the Commanders, the Jaguars. What did we week 11 this week? 12, 13, 14. Jaguars week 14, the Bengals in week 15, Colts 16, and Jaguars again in week 17.
Okay.
We all know that they're bad, especially the Jaguars, they're bad. Maybe go get Tony Pollard, maybe get him for a second round pick. I don't think he should cost you a first or anything like that. So you might be able to get him. So he should be key. Their quarterback is garbage. I think they're tanking for a quarterback. I think they're going for a quarterback next year. So yeah, Tony Pollard is probably a good one. I think if you can get him and not cost you too much.
Yeah, one another back that I'm thinking about too is Josh Jacobs. Trying to get him because if I'm looking at his playoff, he might cost you, but we all are also talking about handcuffs too as well. So we know what's name is gone, and I think it's Emmanuel. I forgot his last name, but Emmanuel is his handcuff. So if Josh Jacobs was to go down, he also has a favorable matchup in the playoff time. He's going up against Seattle, New Orleans, but he has a tough championship week, which is against Minnesota, who they just played recently.
You said who gone? Marshawn Lord hurt again on something? I thought he was coming back. Who you talking about?
I thought he was hurt.
Again? Well, I know he was on IR, but I thought he was coming back off IR. I could be wrong. It's ridiculous with him. I don't know because I have both of them, so it's ridiculous. I thought he was coming back off IR next week, but I could be wrong. He probably no. You're right. Here's what it is. He was coming back off IR. Dude woke up either Friday or Saturday with an appendicitis. I said, boy, golly, golly, how you ain't played in 4 weeks? You come with appendicitis. What is going on? So yeah, he's gonna probably need an appendectomy. Is it appendectomy? Yeah.
One thing that I also thought about too, another guy that I might be going for is Ray Davis. Ray Davis for the Buffalo Bills. Not saying that like James Cook will get hurt, but I think if he did end up getting hurt, since we are talking about insurance for these running backs and like all the handcuffs, Ray Davis would be definitely a good one, especially the matchup that they have. They have Detroit, New England, and then the Jets. So their matchup is pretty favorable for the whole playoff push. Like I don't see any weak spots. Yeah, they got the Jets, and then like Detroit, like we just saw what Detroit did. They showed no mercy. But also you got the Bills too. So like the Bills is a playoff team. So it ain't gonna just be a handcuff type of game. And and maybe you can go out and get like the actual Detroit backfield. You know, ain't nobody gonna probably give up Gibbs, but you might be able to get like Montgomery maybe.
For what? You give it up at first? Because that's gonna cost you at least that, I think.
Well, from what I was told from a previous owner, it wouldn't have cost a first just to get that certain player, David Montgomery.
Oh, okay. That's a shock. So, okay.
I was shocked too. And I was like, well, if I knew that, then I would have came to you.
And you didn't come to him? Must you be knocking on people's doors?
Nah, man, I ain't come to him.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked at that. You know, you all in people's DMs and doors knocking.
You darn right, man. I got
knocking, let me in.
It's just like what 50 Cent said. You just a window shopper. You darn right I am. I be shopping through the windows and seeing what price is on.
Yeah, use the window shopper.
Mad at me. I think you know what.
Yep. That's what I do. Just sit there back and watch. But yeah, man. You got anybody else? Because we are gonna have like some more that we can end up pushing back there.
Go ahead. Go to the next one.
All right. Well, shoot, you already know what we're about to get into this right now. We're about to hit it with that CGP News. We'll hit it with the CGP News. And for the people out there that do not know what the CGP News is, it is when we sit down, we break down all the latest news for the past week, and we just have fun. That's all we do. Sit back, relax, and then have fun. Talk about the news, talk about the injuries, some of the matchups that we thought was good. Everybody right now, we'll kick it off right now. Everybody was happy that the Chiefs lost to the Bills.
Haters, haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, they gonna hate. But the thing about it is, like, they don't understand. I'd rather lose right now than lose when it matters the most. Like,
of course.
We've already seen what happened before. Oh, it's only one team out there that was able to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, and they ended up losing. No, he's not. He's not in the booth. Well, I ain't talking about him. I ain't talking about Tom. I'm talking about Mr. Burrow.
Oh, Joey B, yeah.
Yep, yeah. He's the only one.
He's the only one
that's current.
Outside of the GOAT.
Outside of Tom, but we already know who Tom is, though. But we already know how Mr. Josh Allen does up in the playoffs. It's like they give that boy they end up giving him a minute too much. I'll say that. A minute too much.
Yep. You need to be the last one with the ball.
Yep.
You need to be the last one with the ball driving. Don't give him no time on the clock.
Nope.
Man, Magic Mahomes. Injuries. We didn't have a lot of injuries this week. I'm trying to think.
Nope.
I'm looking, and I'm happy about that. Nico's back. Obviously, what's his name is back. CeeDee Lamb is back. He's playing right now. Who did anybody? Trevor Lawrence. He missed another week with his shoulders. Tank Bigsby was out. Did we have anybody that was injured? Go ahead.
Well, just like some of the people, like Dak's official on IR. There really wasn't that many injuries this week. Like some people had
right. That's what I was like. Nobody got like hurt. Thank God. Looking through.
So we can talk about this up in the news since we are talking about some news right now. What is going on with Jayden Daniels right now?
What do you mean?
He ain't having like the past 2 weeks. He hasn't looked too good, man.
So I have a few.
Yeah, go ahead. I want to hear this.
I have a few theories.
Okay.
Theory 1. I mean, obviously the obvious is okay. He's a rookie. You know, there's tape out on him now, right? It's been it's week 11. We got about 8 weeks of tape. Get some tendencies. We understand what's going on. Theory 2 also could be an issue. Remember how Kip Kingsbury? Remember how he is? He came out firing with the Cardinals a few years ago. It was 10-1. Then he fizzled off. I don't know if he's revamped his offense or whatever to make it. Maybe he has tendencies. Maybe they call up to him too. Him as a play caller. Okay, he like to do this. He like to do this. So I mean, but again, he's a rookie, growing pains. You got to expect some of this. So yeah, I guess really just those two theories. You got one?
Nah, I just think that that was pretty much just like what you were saying. I think the NFL is catching up on him. Like they're starting to understand like what his tendencies are. Pretty much just everything that you said. And like if they're not, then yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'll just say this: the NFL are they're in the NFL for a reason. They play the game but yeah, man. I don't think there was. We could talk about the game last night. Like how about the Chargers. Like the Chargers. Okay, yeah, keep telling me the news. Like you said, there wasn't that much injuries, so we just going.
Wasn't that much injuries. I thought you were still talking about you still gonna talk about Jayden Daniels, but I want to talk about we can talk about last night. I want to talk about Anthony Richardson.
Yeah,
he had a good game. Now he played a trash team in the Jets, but he had a good game. So let's look and see what happens this week. This week they play the who? Detroit Lions, right? So if he performs pretty good with this, okay, are people gonna be off the bandwagon? Have they already been off the bandwagon? I bet you could have had Anthony Richardson, traded him in like week 4 for like Bo Nix in like a second, and then got him back, and then get him back for like a third. Right.
Nah, somebody probably dropped him.
Yep. Dropped him, and you could have got went and got him again. So you could have had Bo Nix the second and him back for Nate Thiesey. So, but he had a good showing though. He had 200 some yards. I think he had 1 touchdown in the air, 2 on the ground, no interceptions. Now, caveat: that was a trash team. So we're gonna see next week. Gonna be a real test for them. They play the Detroit Lions. You talking about last night?
Yep. We could talk about last night. Like, I don't know what happened. I was watching after halftime. I was like,
I went to bed.
I was like, this game is about to be a blowout.
I said, what is going on?
I was like, but I ain't gonna lie, man. One of our guys up in the group chat said something really smart, and I was like, he don't say it that often, but like when he does, you kind of listen a little bit. I just don't know why they just didn't give J.K. Dobbins the ball, man.
My man Fred.
Don't know why they didn't give him the ball.
Were they throwing anything in? Instead of
I don't know.
I
didn't watch it after halftime. Like after halftime, I saw it up in the the far distance. But I was like, what is going on? I'm seeing the messages going back and forth. I'm like,
Joey B and company almost came back. So also fantasy world, you going against Joe Burrow against the Bengals. They have no defense. So look who the Bengals play. Defense is garbage. I don't know if you can run on, but you can damn sure pass on them. So look who's playing that defense. They got to be the bottom 5, bottom 10.
Yep. But yeah, man.
Where's any other good game? Obviously, you talked about the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs, they ain't tripping. They're like, that's cool. You know, you beat us in regular season. Like you said, playoffs would count.
Yep.
Any other hell of a game? There was the Steelers. I guess they own the Ravens.
Yeah, I don't know what that might just be their kryptonite. Like,
It was the
but like,
only
what's
bet I
funny
won this
about
weekend. Only bet.
but what's funny about that is that I knew I should even played Russell, but because that game is always a close, like old fashioned head to head. It don't make a difference what happens. It's gonna be like a slugfest. Like who's gonna be the last man standing throwing haymakers? That's all they was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it didn't help that like the best or one of the best kickers up in the league.
He's been showing his decline in like week 1
this year.
I
It
know. I said, this ain't and it's precipitous. It ain't like just like a little bit drop in. No, it's precipitous.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, JT. Yeah. That's they're gonna have to let him walk. Dallas Cowboys gonna go get it. Nah, they won't get him. Somebody else is gonna pay him next year because of his name. But yeah, he's showing his decline. He's showing chicken his armor.
But but also think about it like this. Maybe he does need a new scenery.
How old is he? I think he's just getting old. Just got to be 38. Just got to be 38. He got to be over 35. Got to be. While you look that up, so yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers are the only bet I won. Like you said, you wouldn't. So you played Russell Wilson in one of your leagues? I did too.
Yeah.
I could have got Jameis Winston. I could have gotten.
I could have played Anthony Richardson.
You had Anthony Richardson on the bench. These are all free agents I could have got. And I went and got Russell because I was like, okay, Baltimore, they can get passed on. Russell can give me a little something, 2 touchdowns. So I was just like, okay, let me try and get Russ. I don't know why I didn't get Jameis. I knew Jameis was gonna have a pretty good game. I had Jameis 2 weeks ago. I dropped him because it's a bye week. I don't know. You know what I hate? I hate when I'm deciding on somebody, then I go with somebody, and then the game happened, and I'm like, man, why did I do that? I was just stupid. Like hindsight, it's 2020, but in the moment, I'm weighing all these players, these options, and I was just thinking like, bro, it's Baltimore and Pittsburgh. They play each other tough. Why are you going to get Russell? No, go get Jameis. He throws the ball. Jameis had a pretty good game yesterday. So anyway, but I mean, I don't matter because I got beat by like 40. I put up 140. He put up 180. I said that was with Russell only giving me 6 points. I said, man, so I was gonna lose that one. It didn't matter who I had. I was gonna lose that one anyway. So I can live with that. But let's talk about. Then we can move on to the next segment. The San Francisco 49ers taking that L to Geno. What Geno say? They wrote me off, but I ain't right back.
What do you say to them?
Yeah, they wrote me off. I ain't right back though.
What'd he say?
Yeah.
What'd he say, Geno?
I don't know what he said because I ain't watch it, but I know Geno said, "I and him."
Hey, when he ran for the game winning touchdown, give him Steph Curry. Night.
There's the meme. What a shot!
So are you saying that the 49ers window is closed?
For this year, yes. But I think that so they can get like a top, I don't know, 12 pick and add to that roster. But that roster, it needs a bit of an overhaul.
Yep, because it's getting old.
Debo needs to go.
Yep.
CMC is old. So,
but they already got their running backs up in the wing. Still got CMC. You know, I will still keep CMC, but you still got your running backs that like Isaiah Garendo. Like if once he learns the offense, he showed you the flashes that he could do. He could be electric. He got that extra burst that CMC doesn't have. But yeah. Yes,
there wouldn't. You know what? Because at first I was like, oh, just have like a top 12 pick or whatever, and then it just bounced back. But I was thinking like, no, they Brandon Ayuk, he won't come back next year. Just right, he's towards ACL, so you're not good until that second year. Debo is old. He has no more run after the catch. He about 250 out there.
Yeah.
You finna pay Brock? Yeah, I don't. You're right. That window is closed. for about 2-3 years.
So
about 2-3 years, windows closed.
Going hook it up to the trailer. Let's go and get them moving on. All right, everybody, man. It was a nice CGP segment, man. Let's go on and get to the funnest segment that like everybody likes. Man, the moment that people made you say, son of a, and son of a, then you can fill in whatever word you want to say. You can say biscuit. And you can say whatever you want. But just so you know, we are still filling this one out, man. We're just gonna keep with this one going until like another one pops better than this one.
We get a name, yeah.
So one of the moments that I can say right now, and I'm gonna say it on live, and I was talking about it. Right once I made this happen, I was like, son of a. I was like, I should have never did this at all. But I digress. I had to do it. I should never traded Amon-Ra St. Brown, dog.
Told you, man. I don't know what you were doing. Who'd you trade him for? Yeah. Give yourself the donkey of the day. Shout out to Charlemagne the God. What was that? I said, what is he doing? Did you trade him to?
Chris Justice.
Was it Creamsicle?
Nah, it was Justice League.
And it was in the TD League?
Yep.
For what? What'd you get?
I think I got like 2 firsts, and like a second, and like Baker because I needed like a backup QB, and then I also got like Travis Etienne.
You don't really care about.
Nah, all those 2 other people. They was all just assets, just so I could trade away. I only cared about the first, really.
The 2 firsts. And how much does he cost you? How much did he cost? He should be on a full.
I end up. Yeah, he's on a like. I extended him like he's like 40-something mil. So at the end of the day, like I had 4 other wide receivers up on my bench that are studs also. So I had to get rid of either CD, Amon-Ra. I had Raji Rice whenever he was not hurt. I had Jayden Reed as well. He's up and coming, and then I also have Scary Terry. So it's like I can't let them all sit up on the bench. So I had to at least get rid of somebody.
Yeah, you want to get rid of Amon-Ra. It's between him and CD who you're number one. I'd have traded Jayden Reed and Scary Terry for probably 1 first. Could have got it. I know when the world trade Amon-Ra St. Brown. Bro, he's the only one on that offense as far as receiver you can really count on. Because I don't know what happened to Laporta this year. J-Mo, he can't get his head out the goddamn sand. He got some kind of case on him. It ain't domestic violence, but he got some case on him that's pending. Bro, what are you doing? So he the only one you count on in that offense.
Nah, but like I was either debating, like I was gonna get rid of one of them. I didn't know which one I wanted to get rid of, but it was either gonna be CD or it was gonna be Amon-Ra. One of them 2 I was gonna get rid of because also like the cap. I don't know if like I pretty much gave up like $80 million next year up in cap space.
I ain't paying no attention.
Yeah, see, a lot of people didn't. So that's why I was making moves.
Amon-Ra, who else was the big one?
Patrick Mahomes.
You traded him to don't tell me, Chad. I was trying to think of his name.
Cash money. Cash money.
I have no idea. I have no idea what he'd be thinking. Is he winning? Is he winning this week?
No, he's losing this week. So
he still thought he could make the playoffs.
Yeah. So he said he's going to try to make the playoffs. But my thing is that when he said he was going to try to make the playoffs, well, no, even if he tried to make the playoffs, he wasn't going to make the playoffs once he gave up King Henry.
So he traded to who? He traded to?
That to the same person. The Creamsicle.
Right. And you was 3-6 though.
Well, no.
So who you making the playoff?
At that time he wasn't 3-6. He was actually in there. He was actually ahead of me.
That's not saying much, Chris. You having a bad year. What you talking about?
No, man. Okay, that's that hinders.
Yeah. Week 9. King King Royal tried to get Derrick Henry from him. He was 3-6. He would not give up King Henry because he said, I'm trying to make the playoffs.
Yep.
At 3-6. No, you're not. Stop. Good luck. No. And
hey, he could have had a flash.
Your record 2 weeks later is 4-6. So you won one. I guess it's only been 1 week, but you finna lose this week. You finna be 4-7.
Yeah. So
and then
with that being said,
King Henry, I don't know what they be doing.
With that being said, we got pretty much our son of a gun moments are going to be based off our league mates. So that's what it is. So then we have another owner that ended up coming in saying, so like if everybody don't know, like in my league that I end up, I'm the commissioner of, we have a losers bracket. And it's just like the playoffs, just like up on Sleeper. Whenever you have like a losers bracket, you pretty much play your way through to the actual number 1 overall pick. One of the guys in the league who's pretty much tanking right now. Pretty much, he's been taken after week 3 or week 4. He's been tanking.
No, later than that because
well, after week 6,
3 people. Yeah,
and
so
then he went 1-2.
It's probably 4-2 at that time.
Yeah,
I don't. Maybe 43. Go ahead.
But this guy had the audacity to say. He had the audacity to say he's gonna get a bye week. I was like, dog.
He's trying to get a bye week.
I was like, no. He said he's going to get one.
Is he?
No, he's not. He ain't got enough wins just to do that.
He's losing too much now. He can't even lose right. What? He can't even lose right.
That's what I'm saying right there.
Okay.
I'm like, dude, I was like, how you gonna get that? Unless he's talking about like one of his picks that he has is gonna
one of his picks.
We know he got about like 50 billion of them, so
but he's not gonna trade no more. I don't think he's gonna because he says he wants a third of the draft picks, which is 12. So he wants 12. I think he has 10 now. So him trading a pick, I guess to try to get a player, to try to win some games. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I mean, he probably think his team, if they just start his right players, because I know T. Higgins had a good game, even though he's trying to trade them off. I know T. Higgins had a good game.
I don't care.
Even
if he puts in his best lineup, I don't think he's gonna win.
Don't think so? Okay.
No.
That cash money. But let me say this: how many of those first picks does he have are going to the losers bracket? I know some people gonna bench their team, some won't. So that's part. So even if he doesn't get the bye week,
I think some are gonna bench. I think they're gonna bench his team. Like if they don't have their lineups, then they're all gonna bench their team.
So that means that's gonna be default. He's gonna default about to win.
Yeah. But that's if somebody else doesn't come in there. Yeah.
Right. Well, are you gonna win this week?
Nah, I'm losing. I'm getting break speed off me. That's why I said this week, if I would have kept what's the name, Amon-Ra, then I pretty much I had a slight chance just to win this week.
I didn't know what you were trying to do. I didn't know if you were trying to go to the losing bracket or you trying to win. I didn't know what you were trying to do.
No, I've been trying to get my pick back from like the very beginning of the year. Ever since my team started having injuries, I was like, let me see what I can do just to get my pick back. But that ain't work out too well. So I was like, well, shoot. I was like, well, let me see what I can do up in this. So now I'm like kind of straddling where I gotta try to go for it, like because I'm not about to give somebody good pick.
A good pick, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to go for it. I'm trying to win. I see a little chink in it. People, if I can knock out creamsicles.
But that's the thing, though. Like once Dak went down, that's when I was like, oh man, I definitely should have never traded. What's the name?
Yeah.
Because now Dak is not going to put up like 30 to 40 points like that he's able to if they was to have that big blow up game. Mm-hmm. Now he's probably going to put up like 10, 15, if that. Like he might splash a 20-point game every now and then, but I don't think it's going to be. It's going to be like, where's Waldo?
You talking about Dak? You talking in the future?
Oh no,
future Dak?
No, I'm talking about like right now with Cooper Rush.
You mean CD Lamb's? What you mean?
That's what I said.
I thought you said Dak. I'm sorry. I thought you said
No,
Dak.
I said dollars.
Just listen.
Lamb.
I said when Lamb had Dak, you could see him putting up 30 to 40 points. But since he doesn't have Dak anymore, he'll probably drop that thing down in half. And I was like, and then you'll be lucky to even get 20 points. And that's like, I like hitting a bullseye.
Right. I would have probably traded Lamb before I would have done Amon-Ra, just to be frank with you. I know you like Lamb, but I would have traded Lamb before I would Amon-Ra.
Yeah, I like Lamb so much.
I get it. But Amon-Ra is a producer, man. Bro, they beat them 56 to what was the score? 56 to what?
52 to 6. And they kept running up the score.
Exactly. I was like, bro, I was over here with one of my son's fathers, my son's friend's father, because they went to a birthday party, so we hung out, and the score was like, I don't know, 28 to 6. It was like 35 to 6. I was like, damn, I got Jared Goff. He had no touchdowns. David Montgomery had 2. Jameer Gibbs had 1. I was like, man, Goff's gonna end up a game with like 180 yards and a touchdown. That's it.
You talking about whenever you're talking about when it was 4th down. It was 4th down, and they went for it.
Did that, bro?
They went for it up on I think it was on their 23-yard line or something like that. It was 4th down, and then they ended up going for it.
I turned from the game. I was like, it's a blowout. It's a blowout, man. Because I got Jared Goff in the other league, in the power league, and I'm like, man, he ain't gonna do too much because he ain't gonna have to. Then I look back, 412 yards and 4 touchdowns. He's trying to make up for that 5 interception game, huh? Well, appreciate it because I needed it. I think the guy put up 150 points. I put up 160 or something like that. So I needed it. But yeah, I didn't know what that was. So yeah, it's we almost at time.
We almost at time, but also one more thing, the reason why I made that trade too as well is because while I was looking at my roster, I was like, well, if my team can't make it, I'm gonna dang sure make sure that somebody that actually I know that actually can make it up in that same division. And that's why I was like, oh yeah, this last 3 weeks ain't gonna be a pushover for them. So let's go.
Yeah, you can't make it. It's time for you to be a hater.
I was like, hey man, I'm gonna kick it off. Don't nobody want to see Jalen Hurts, and I know you're an Eagles fan, so I know you ain't trying to see and root for him. On top of that, you ain't trying to see Amon-Ra, or you ain't trying to see Cooper Kupp either. So I was like, hey man, just go and give him his.
You gotta be a hater, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. Don't let me get hot. My team can get hot. My team can get. I told y'all who I want to be. I want to be like the Giants or the Packers when they won the Super Bowls. I'm a 6 seed.
Oh, that's what I told them. I was like,
they sleeping on me.
That's what I was telling Creamsicle. I was like, I just need to get in. Yeah, I was like, once I get in, you better watch out. Because any one of my players can
take all. I got Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. So please keep throwing the ball. The defense trash, so please keep throwing the ball. I'm telling you, I win this week. If I win this week, I'm the number 1 spot. If I win this week, I'm the number 1 seed. If I win this week, because I'm looking because I have more points for. If I win, even if Dreadnoughts win, he'd be 7-4. I'll be 7-4. Fred win it. Okay, Fred would be 8-3 then. Yeah. Winning. Okay, I'll be number 2. I'm number. Well, I can't be. Can you be number 2 seed in the same division? Okay.
Nah, you'll be number 4.
I'll be 4. But look out! I started the season 0-3, y'all. Don't test my gangster. Hey, and this is anybody's year this year because everybody's like it's kind of parody. Ain't nobody just taking off.
But that's what I told people is and then this year is different. It's you're actually getting a belt. You're not getting the same old trophy. So it's gonna be something that's gonna be different, and it's gonna be the first one just to go out. So who's gonna be that first one?
I'm gonna hold that belt like I'm the Rock. Just man. All right. Regulators who was crushing, he lost 4 straight. You called it. You said his team really
Dang, man. I definitely would have won, dog.
his team really ain't that good.
I told you, man, his team really ain't that good, bro.
He lost 4 straight.
Bruh, I just like if you look at the matchup,
He could be creamsicle.
if I would have had Amon Ra up on my team,
Where you at?
I'd have won.
I guess how? How much did he have? How much did he have?
He had 43. And then if you take out Scary Terry, like, because Scary Terry wouldn't have been up in my lineup.
Yep, I see you were taking out. You were taking out JK? You sure?
Nah, I wouldn't have taken out him. I'd have stuck with my 2 wide receivers because I remember I ended up trading for him. Like, that's another thing is that I like J.K. Davidson's schedule, so I was looking at all schedules and things like that. So,
yeah, you would have took him down.
And I just needed that little extra. But, hey, man, it is what it is. It's not like I can go to sleep right now. It's not like CeeDee Lamb's going to put up 30 points. Now, if he puts up 30 points when I go to sleep,
you're going to be even more mad.
Yep.
You're going to be even more mad when you wake up. You got to hold off these last little 10 points. Hold off. I don't need Tank Dale to do nothing. I'm so mad. I put in Tillman. I guess I was being too cute, trying to be slick. I thought.
Wow, this matchup is actually really funny.
I thought James was going to feed Tillman a little bit more. I thought he'd at least have a touchdown. He tried to hit him on that touchdown. It was between him and JSC and who I was going to start, too. I was going back.
Yeah. But all right, man, everybody, man. We had a nice little quick, long episode.
Right, it's supposed to be short.
Oh, yeah, man. I forgot, man. Don't forget to like, comment, and then subscribe. Go and tell all your buddies, man. Go and please do that, man. Subscribe and everything, man. We all out here. We all having fun. And man, go on last words, man. Any last words?
It's only entertainment. Hey, we thank y'all for coming out. Oh, no, thank you. It's got another pass. God dang. We thank y'all for coming out. We know you could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with us, and we greatly, wholeheartedly appreciate that. Like, subscribe, 5 stars, give us a positive review, spread love, not hate.
Spread love, not hate.
Thanks for checking out another episode of Cerberus Gridiron Podcast, powered by Cerberus Fantasy Sports. Make sure you stay tuned for the next episode.